It looked like, you got big plays again from Mike Evans. Can you just talk about when he shows up in the biggest moments, the 7-yard catch and run, and that touchdown was a 3rd and long?
Yeah. I mean, Mike's a stud. He's been doing this for a long time at a high level. Yeah, I mean, you saw a couple contested catches there and just plays after the catch as well. It was kind of either a throw it out of bounds or only he can get it play there on the left sideline on their sideline, and he takes it the rest of the way. And then also just that catch and run going towards the ship. He's a stud. He's the best go ball runner versus off coverage in the league. That's where that touchdown was, off corner. He just closes that space so quickly and accelerates. So we're lucky to have him.
One of your biggest plays was actually a fumble recovery from the David Wells hit. What does it mean for this offense to not have any turnovers through the first 2 weeks?
We've preached ever since Dave came in. He said it's all about the ball. Yeah, we put one on the ground today. I know Dave knows better. We all know that, but it's about swarming the football, fighting for your teammates, and being there when you need to. Yeah, and then we had the touchdown right after that. So just capitalizing on that and making sure we still have the ball in our hands.
What was clicking so well for you guys on 3rd down? I know that was a bit of a struggle last week early on, but this week it seemed like you were able to get that right away.
Had a lot. I'll tell you what, we had a lot more zone coverage beaters in our 3rd down plan, I'll say that. Especially they were down a couple guys, just knowing we were going to get more zone coverage, and just anticipating that, and had a good game plan going in there. Dave was calling it well and just delivering it to the open guys. Checkdowns are good, especially, like we said, our defense is playing well. Just in the possession with the ball in our hands, whether it's a punt, touchdown, or a field goal kick, and good things will happen.
Baker, Rashad just told us he found himself watching you at certain times, and obviously as a quarterback you prefer that no one comes anywhere near you, but there was a couple times today where you should have been sacked and you find your way out of it. For you personally, do you sort of relish plays like that in terms of like it fires guys up? Yeah,
I mean, it's fun to, obviously if it turns out well. But yeah, it fires them up knowing that even if a lineman gets beat a little bit, we still have a chance. And our guys are going to continue to work in the scramble drill aspect, and we're going to have a lot of big plays when it comes down to that. And yeah, we just need to capitalize. And yeah, I'm pretty dense back there, so it's quite the load to take down.
Did you see a different intensity from Rashad today? You went through some really key situations.
Yeah. There was a couple of those runs that he normally kind of is really patient setting up the blocks, but he was downhill today. He loved seeing that. Unfortunately, Chase had to leave mid-game, so it was just Rashad and Sean. And so those guys were playing hard no matter what the rotation was, and so we're lucky to have those guys as well.
Baker, in addition to, the defense taking a little pressure off and playing well, how's it feel to have, several weapons, healthy weapons, and targets to shoot towards, including Evans, Godwin, Otten?
Yeah. I mean, it's when we grow in this offense, continue to get better and better, we're going to be able to do whatever we want. Teams can game plan however they want against us. They can roll coverage over to Mike, but that means Chris is going to have a one-on-one, or Cade, or Trey Palmer, who's made a lot of plays for us, and Devin Tompkins. And can't forget about the checkdowns to our backs. They're so good with the ball in their hands. So, yeah, we've got a really good skill group, and O-lines continue playing really well, and so we just got to keep growing as a unit.
Baker, it takes a while for an offensive line to build continuity when there's as much change as there has been here. What have you noticed since you first got here, OTAs, that kind of stuff, versus now?
Just them on the same page, especially with our mid-zone game today. They did it really well. We were physical in that first half, wearing them down, and I think we saw just the ability late in the game. What we started early, we finished with. So, yeah, we're continuing to grow, and those guys are really knowing what the assignment is.
Baker, are you seeing growth even this early in the season between game 1 and game 2?
Yeah, I think for us, we had some shot plays called, checking into if it wasn't an ideal look, getting out of it, and just taking care of the ball, I think was the best thing for us today, and having a plan for what they were doing. We adapted quickly to the zone coverages and just the physical mentality. But the thing that we're going to harp on, just the little details in the red zone. We got to end up with touchdowns. Having that many field goal opportunities isn't good enough for us as a unit. We're too damn good not to finish in the end zone. So it's about the little details down there. We'll get those ironed out. But, yeah, that's the biggest thing for us right now.
Coach Canales said this week that he realized, or he saw that this was a team full of winners, that there was no panic on the sideline this past week. Can you feel that? Can you feel a difference in this team compared to maybe some of the other places you've been?
Yeah, we're going to play complementary football, and I think that's where that mindset comes from. Now, as an offense, instead of just not hitting the panic button, we have to set an extremely high standard for ourselves as a unit. We know the defense is going to play well, be a good special teams unit, but like I said earlier, we're going to finish in the red zone. So we got to set a very high standard, and that's going to be the fun part is when all three units set a very high standard and try and match that energy level of each and everybody in this group, in the room, on the team. It's going to be fun to watch.
Speaking of complimentary football, just talk about the play of the defense when you're on the sidelines watching them sack fields, intercept them.
I mean, I had to go up against them in training camp. I didn't get hit though, so I got to at least, watch the blitzes. But it's even better on Sundays watching them get after the quarterback and the other teams. And just the way they close out games, they make the final stop. They lock it up when they need to. And Shaq made a great play there, and then Antoine Winfield breaking the ball, and then Izzy getting another interception. So they're playing really well. We're happy with that.
Baker, you got a taste of it in the preseason, but this was your first regular season game in Raymond James Stadium at home. What can you say about the atmosphere and the fans and everything that you experienced here?
It was hot. It's hot. I'm still sweating. We love playing at home. Obviously, when it's 1 o'clock and it's that hot, everybody's kind of just making it through right there. The energy was good, though, still. Chicago traveled well, but I thought our guys handled it well. And, we're looking forward to a Monday night game where it'll be a little cooler and got some good competition coming into town, so we need a great atmosphere.
Baker, Peter King said you guys would win 2 games this year, so I guess he was right. Does that fool you at all? Does it fuel you guys at all?
If you look up Peter's history of his opinion on me, that's probably why. So, yeah, he's all right.
Fuel you guys a little bit?
I don't really care what he thinks. He doesn't play. So we're going to keep it in-house. Our guys are motivated. That's kind of been the narrative the whole time, that low expectations for this team. But inside our locker room, we have an extremely high standard, so got to continue to grow. Thanks, guys.